Be me. 17-year-old high school kid. Have an awesome friend group of 11, 6 dudes including me, 5 girls, 3 of them I'm close enough with to die for, 2 dudes, 1 girl. I'm dating someone else outside of the group. One of my closest guy friends had a major crush on the closest girlfriend for a year. She knew for a long time. She had crush on me a long time ago before he joined our group, said she would do anything for me. We never dated. Fast forward to summer break. All 3 of us go swimming at his place. Other close friend couldn't make sadly. 2 hours and having fun. I go back to his apartment to use restroom. Piss. Don't wash hands. I open the door and she's there. We start play fighting and tickling each other. Start awkwardly holding each other. Start getting horny. Asked her if she would still do anything for me. She says yes. We go into his bedroom, lock the door, lay on his bed and she starts giving me a blowjob. Going at it for about 10 minutes. Feels like I'm about to come. Out of nowhere, bam, at the door, again, bam bam, door handle violently shaking. Friend on the other side hits the door so hard it looked like it bent in half for a second. We quickly get situated within seconds. Open the door within seconds. He looks angry at first but we play it off cool. She goes back to the pool and friend looks at me and says WTF were you two doing? I make up some lie saying she started crying, thinking about him, talking about life, yada yada. He buys it, maybe he just didn't want to believe the alternative. Fast forward months later towards the end of the school year, we grew increasingly more distant. Started feeling terrible about it as time went on. One day he comes up to me and says I know what you two did. She told me. Me, shocked. Says he's not mad at me, says he would have done the same. All of us stopped talking. I ruined potentially lifelong friendships and cheated on my current GF who found out. This has been in the past 3 days. Be me. Re-download Tinder. Match with a really cute girl. Fit, cute, blonde. Have to stop and calm myself down. She texts first. Hey handsome. I haven't even seen this girl in person and spaghetti is already flowing from my pockets. Hey beautiful, how are you? Horny. She asks if I want to send stuff to each other on Snapchat. It's late so instead of responding I sleep. Next day. Ask for her snap. I make retarded small talk. What music do you like? Comment on her Tinder pictures. She gives short answers but responds consistently. She asks me what I am looking for on Tinder. I'm in the state for a few months and I want a girl to hang out with. You? I'm just looking for some fun. As of writing this it's obvious that she has no intention of meeting in person. Next day, today. We start sending sexy pictures. Ask her what do you want to see? I want to see you come. Say I save that for in person. Left on open. I've been avoiding masturbation because I'm an addict and I'm on a pretty good streak so far. Should I have caved? How should I have handled the texting differently? How am I supposed to sext? What's normal? Am I retarded? Be me. 26. Moved to a new city. Found a group of socially awkward losers. Become King Chad surrounded by them because I DGAF and I lift. Meet someone else from that group. We hit it off. Introduces me to a girl. We hit it off. FF a few months. Girl and I have hung out a ton. She rejects me at some point but we keep hanging out saying she only wants to be friends. Hanging out. She introduces me to her friends. I ditch my friend group of autists for hers. Eventually she cuts me off and starts treating me like complete shit and flirting with every guy she meets. Find out her inflated ego was livid that I didn't make a move on her and hook up with her. She tries to fuck all these guys and I just go whatever lol. This makes her more mad. Eventually she completely tears me down pointing out all my flaws and claiming I'm a creep and psychopath to all her friends. She tells her friends to not tell me she said this. Eventually she moves away. I find this out, plus the fact that she only wanted to fuck me, didn't like me personally from a mutual friend. Now I'm surrounded by her friends who are all whores and want to go clubbing. My ego and confidence has completely shattered and I'm miserable around them all the time. That OG girl tries to pretend we're still good friends but I've completely cut her out. But I'm pretty miserable all the time and I think I want to cut everyone else out too and just start over yet again. Is that stupid of me to do? I really don't enjoy hanging out with any of these girls because they just like sleeping around with guys at clubs and bars and getting shit-faced. Me, late 20s, dating girl, 20. Share tons of hobbies and interests, as well as long-term goals. I'm her first relationship. Everything great outside of sex. She always initiates sex, even if I'm not feeling it. She can't orgasm. One orgasm in her life when she found her mom's vibrator as a kid and she squirted. Tried different things, toys, etc., put no pressure on her to come. Doesn't work, but I mildly expect these things to take time. We have sex for hours. At one point she says I could just finger her BC my small dick doesn't cut it. Have average size penis, never had a woman comment on it. Tell her she can find a man with a bigger dick, we should end things. She tells me she loves me and finds sex enjoyable. Fast forward a month, sex is getting better. She's soaking wet, I feel her vagina contracting. She calls me yesterday and asks why are we having sex if we're not making a baby. She has mad baby fever. I tell her it's about intimacy, bonding. She said she only does it to keep me around, but thinks I'd be around without sex. Told her no. She says she'll keep having sex with me. I feel insecure and think this doesn't bode well. Think we're really compatible for a healthy LTR, but regular sex, even once a week is important. Also sex feels like a validation of love to me. What do? Me. Be on Tinder. Match with a 6'10" MILF. Talk for a bit. Tells me she does OnlyFans. Oh no. Tells me she wants to make content with me. Oh yeah. She gives me free access to her OnlyFans. First time using OnlyFans. She fucks a cute femboy and a hipster-looking dude with an frizzy beard. She says she wants a date with me. Get stood up 4 times. Whatever. JPG. Looks at her OnlyFans. She announces that her and the frizzy beard dude are getting married. Whatever. JPG. FF 1 week later. Be me working at Domino's. Get a pickup order in. The dude who's coming to pick it up is from her address. He comes in and I recognize him from the videos. Not only does he have a nasty beard, but he has a giant beer belly and he looks like a Despicable Me character. Don't fuck with of girls. I'm not mad that she picked that chud over me, a 5'11" Muay Thai student with a better body than his. I'm mad at myself for even thinking about her. I still have access to her OnlyFans which I regularly distribute amongst my friends. Reformed incel here. Just got back from my first date in like a decade. Woman I met on Bumble. Was expecting to be fat based on only headshots and angles. She's actually normal body type, not obese in the least. She said she knew it had to be me driving up based on the shitty little car I was driving. The place she picked is packed and loud as fuck. She said it's normally not like that. I'd never been there. Realize she is the splitting image of my only female friend whom I still hang out with, for example glasses, average length hair, pale, probably be frumpy in a decade. Also her personality is pretty mirror of that as well. Starts listing off stuff I put in my bio that I don't even remember, so I'm not able to tell her what crime, thriller books I read. 10 minutes into dinner and she randomly clocks me as being half-beaner despite lifelong friends being unable to tell because of my fair skin and lack of beans. I mentioned something about only ever listing stuff I read, watched recently, and she immediately says oh yeah because that's the easy way. She keeps asking me questions and not hardly talking about herself. Randomly drops that she has a PhD after I've spent the last 10 minutes telling her how I got kicked out of college twice and then grad school again. Called the young sultry waitress a bitch under her breath because she didn't even ask about splitting the ticket, which I paid for because why not? tells me I'm welcome to message her before saying to drive safe. Honestly, I'm glad the date went alright, though I'm not in love with her or anything. I do feel more normal though, which is nice because I'm usually a detached misanthrope. Did I mess up? I want to see what people think. Be me, 19, UNI law student. Volunteer in a buddy program where international students can meet with domestic students and learn English, get friends, etc. Meet two people via this program, one a 30-year-old man, and a woman in her 40s who is also a law student. Get along fine with both, talk a lot about law with the lady. After hanging out at the bar one day, me and her are walking the same direction to head to our destinations. Thinking of something to say, I bring up a feminist subject she said she was doing for the degree. Ask if she likes it, why she picked it, etc. Remember having a reading for one class which mentioned different feminist law theories. Apparently in the reading, it mentioned critical feminist theory, which, a girl in my class said the reading mentioned the theory subscribed to the idea male-female intercourse is rape and a woman cannot consent to heterosexual sex. Bring it up, telling her how stupid feminist theory as a whole is. Notice air shift in her demeanor. Oh, are you sure that's a feminist law theory? I say yes, and about to go into the train station. She lives somewhere else, while she says well I have to go now right after. Does she think I'm a weirdo for bringing it up? I felt like such an idiot saying this to a 40-year-old, but I did nonetheless. I get it, I made the wrong choice when chasing a chain-like conversation, but just how much did I mess this up? Be me. Have undiagnosed mental problems. Probably some twisted and sick combination of ADHD, anxiety, and depression. Most people who know you know about it. Tries to always be available for people to talk to, checks in on other friends that have similar problems. Have regular, major depressive episodes. Not good enough, people hate you, etc. No one ever checks in, despite them knowing. No one ever reaches out, even when signs are obvious. Logical conclusion is that they don't care. MFW realizing this after a depressive episode, thus starting a new one. Be me. Be artist. Chronically online, part of, game, community. Eventually make some friends. Filmtautistimon.jpg. Become really good friends with one girl. She confesses to having a crush on me. Absolutely perplexed. Have a panic attack. Progressively ghost the entire friend group. Was I in the wrong here, brothers? Why am I like this?